Hi everybody, I'm Paul Parrott. One of the frequently asked questions we get is, what's the difference between all the models that you offer? We see the Apparition, the Ravage, Crow, Raven. We have a new single shot now before us. So I thought we'd take the time to go over that just a little bit, and I'd explain to you what it is. It's really pretty simple. We have two main repeater actions, our V22 that handles the 22 long rifle and the 17 Mach 2 that most of you are already aware about. We also have our Magnum action that handles the 22 Magnum and the 17 HMR, our V22M. And both of those fit in all the same stocks. They're both repeaters, and really there's just enough difference between the two actions for the Magnum to handle and manage the larger cartridges. Otherwise, they're externally and mostly internally the same. We also now have our relatively new single shot, which you see one sitting here before me. So let's go through that a little bit and understand what actually the difference is between the models that you see. In our Apparition line, which you'll usually notice first on our website, that is really differentiated by the fact that they're all in a chassis that's offered by somebody out there. JP Rifles, JP's APAC chassis, MDT XLR, MPA, Accuracy International, Cadex. All of those are chassis or predominantly aluminum or aluminum with some composite material on them and a tremendous amount of adjustable features. They usually have built-in ARCA rails, barricade stop systems, and they're really just full-featured chassis for typically competition, although they're just cool in general to shoot. So that's what defines the Apparition line. Then you move into our Ravage line, which basically is built around what we would call more conventional stocks that we're all used to seeing, like the good old Macmillan A5 or A35 that's kind of timeless at this point. We use a lot of Grayboe stocks. You'll see the Grayboe Ridgeback and Renegade in our Ravage line, but you'll also see the Foundation, Revelation, and Genesis. All the offerings for Manners and PRS 1 and 2, the ones most typically common to our sport anyways, and certainly all the Macmillan, which has a bunch of new ones, but the A10, A6, the good old timeless A5 and A35. That is what predominantly makes up our Ravage line. Same actions, same barreled actions going into any of those. There are different barrel lengths and different barrel contours, and sometimes the stock can dictate the size of a barrel contour. Some of them have a maximum diameter size that they can accept, and things like the chassis in the Apparition line don't. They pretty much can take about anything you can stick in there. And as you move down our line, you'll see the Sinister. It is our most common crossover line. We have it built around the Grayboe terrain stock, and it really just does a little bit of everything well. You can certainly use it in competition, but it's lighter and more handy for offhand shooting, so it goes to the field well. So we call it our crossover stock. Then you'll continue on down our line into what is the Crow and the Raven, which we have predominantly built around the Grayboe Outlander stock. The only difference between the Crow and the Raven is the length of pull, and typically the barrel contour diameter that we can put in one of those two stocks. They're field stocks. It's a field model designed to walk around, shoot offhand, be light and handy, and the Crow simply allows a shorter length of pull for kids or smaller stature adults, women, and smaller guys. So really, that is the primary difference between all of our repeaters. We then step into what we now have, which is our single shot again, you see before us, and we typically do barreled actions, and there's custom bench rifle barrels out there being built around those. But for us, if you have us build a target rifle, we call it for you, because we don't take it to the step and the extent that a good custom bench rest rifle gunsmith or manufacturer would. We do a really great target rifle though. They're super accurate. A lot of people are shooting them in bench rest, but there's some minor differences there. But you will find that we can put those for you, if not in a barreled action and in a full gun build, in the Macmillan Kestros, like you see before me here. Adjustable. Cheek piece and length of pull also super great for F-class and those kind of things. We use the Macmillan Edge, which is not adjustable and really predominantly a bench rest only stock. And we also have a Grayboe Renegade that they did for us and an inletting that is built for the single shot. There's no hole in the bottom for bottom metal like it typically has. And it's a great middle choice where you could F-class, bench rest, and do a little bit of any of those sports with it, and it would serve you well. So that's the difference between the line and the products of the barreled actions, and full builds that we can do for you.